Hello, welcome back to Love Land. You can call me LAR'RIS, and here I create content for lovers and sweethearts. If you identify as a lover or a sweetheart, then what I have to say is for us. So I want to share one thing that we need as loving people, sweethearts. We need to be around other people who are loving. We need to be around other people who are sweet, thoughtful, considerate. We need to just be in the room with these people. We need to be friends with these people. We need to have close relationships with these people. We need to be in connections with people who are loving, kind-hearted, considerate, generous people. Generosity is not always about a money thing either. It's generous with their time, generous with their presence, generous with their love. And a loving person is a person who's loving may use discretion, but just being around a loving person is just going to lift you up. It's just going to enhance your life. Honestly, it's just going to bless your life. Now, these relationships are not forced. What I have found is that they are oftentimes organic and they develop organically. They're not manufactured at all. And it's just like sweet, you know? As lovers and sweethearts, you know, we're on the giving end constantly. We receive too, but we're very familiar with being on the giving end. But for me, it's like being around other people who are like me, my people in my life that I know, that I consider very loving people. It's not even what we're doing so much. It's just being around them, being in the space with them, being in a room with them, and being in a room with other people who are also loving and sweet. It's just a sweet, loving experience. And you just leave these types of events, you leave these types of people just happy, just pleased within yourself. I know for me, sometimes I don't even want to leave because I just love it. I love just being around them, just being in these spaces, because I'm receiving something just by being with other people that are like me, other lovers, other givers, other kind-hearted, sweet individuals. And if they're hosting an event and their fingerprint is all over the event, and the people that are there are coming into this space, and the atmosphere, the event, the spirit of the event is just unity and unified and light and smiles and joy and happiness, and not because anybody's putting on. This is just what this event is providing for everybody in the room, probably because of the people hosting it. Let's be real. They've set the tone for what the event will be like because they are loving people, and so their fingerprints are on the event and on the details of the event. Oh man, it can just really, being in those spaces and being around people, maybe it's out to dinner with someone, maybe it's just being around them, or maybe it is being at a special event. Take the time as a loving person, as a person who stays on the giving end many, many times. Go and receive just by being in the presence of another person who you know is loving, another person who you know is a sweet person. Like I said, it can be dinner, it can be lunch, it can be breakfast, it can be a phone call. But really and truly, man, it's just nice to be in people's presence, right? It's just nice to be at events where the atmosphere, the space just feels really, really, really sweet, really nice, really light, really unproblematic, just beautiful. You know, if you haven't in a long time, or if you just need to, or if you just if you've been invited somewhere, if you've been invited to an event and it's being hosted by a person who you know is a loving person, even if you don't feel up to it, push yourself to go. Maybe you should push yourself to go, because maybe what you really need is just to be in the room with other lovers, other givers, other thoughtful, kind-hearted people. You know, maybe just being in the room with them will help you some way. It might not even be anything you're recognizing or feeling in the moment other than, man, this is really nice. I'm really enjoying being here. This is really nice. And then when you leave, you might realize, man, I really enjoyed myself. I had a pleasant experience. So that's what happened to me this weekend. I've been around love all weekend, and it just feels, I'm just pleased. I'm just happy. Not overly happy, not feeling like I want to jump off a roof in excitement, but it's just a constant feeling of, I'm pleased. I got something today. I got love. I got hugs. I got something. But it's not your average, because you're getting it from an environment that has been created with love in mind. You're getting it from an environment. Let me just be very frank. One of the events that I went to, it was a love event. It was actually a celebration and a musical event for a couple who were celebrating their wedding anniversary. They love each other, and so they hosted this event, and they invited people to come out and to hear some beautiful music with them and just to celebrate their love. And it was just nice to be in the room. The other event that I went to was one for women, and it was an empowering event for women. Again, just for us to be recharged, for us to be reset. But the host is a person who is an advocate. This person is a lover as well. So I was in these spaces this weekend, and I just feel I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad I just got up, got dressed, and got in the room. Because sometimes as lovers and sweethearts, we just need to be around each other. We just need to be around other people that are just like us. It does something for us. It helps us. It builds up our love tank. So if you have an opportunity, as you get invitations, not that you're in a funk. I'm not trying to say you're in a funk. I'm not trying to say you don't feel like being around anybody. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying what we have to do. I won't say what we have to do. What we can do. Well, let me tell you about me. What I need to make sure I do is stay around other people who are loving and sweet. We need to be around other lovers and sweethearts. It just, you get something from it. You get something you're not even asking for. And I would imagine that's how other people feel who come in contact with us who are not lovers and sweethearts. Has that happened to you where people just say, I just love being around you. When I'm around you, I just feel such peace. Man, I just love it. I can't explain it. Like, I just love being around you. Has that happened to you before? Just them being around love, just them being around a loving person, they're receiving something. And so it is the same way with us. When we as lovers are around other lovers and sweethearts, we receive something too. Nobody's pulling, nobody's, sit by me, you're not even doing anything extra. You're not even doing anything extra. You're just in the room. You're just in the space. You're just talking to the person. You're just eating dinner. You're just eating lunch. You're just on the phone. But again, I'm talking about being in person, because there's something about being in person. You're just there, man. And you're just there, and you're just receiving, and your love tank is filling up, or it could be filling up, especially if that's one of your love languages, like quality time. Which, being at an event with a group of people may not be considered quality time. That's kind of up for debate. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm just simply trying to say, as lovers and sweethearts, it helps. How about I say it that way? It helps when we spend time with other lovers and sweethearts. So remember to take advantage of invitations. cultivate your relationships with people who you already know in your life are loving people, are sweet people, are kind-hearted people, and their hearts are, they like you, they love you, you know, they're kind to you. Remember our standards and our boundaries. You know, those are in place. So, but we're not even, we're going into events, we're going into spaces, and our standards and our boundaries are there, but we're not leading with that. Remember, we lead in love. We use judgment, but we're leading in love, right? And we're just, matter of fact, we're not even leading in love. We're just being ourselves. We're just being who we are. We're just showing up. You know what I'm saying? We're just going places, and we're receiving, you know, because sometimes all we need to do is show up in a place where love is flowing, where the lovers are, where the kind-hearted, sweet people are, and we receive something something that we needed, like a boost, you know? So, yeah. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say it helps. It helps to be around other lovers and sweethearts. And I hope you do that soon and see how you feel. See what it gives. See what it adds to your life after you do it. Stay loving. Stay sweet. And I'll see you next time.